Most Nigerians want a civilian government in January. Wants to mislead. For 2 years, I've visited every state at least. Visited every senatorial district in Nigeria. I've visited most towns in Nigeria, village. Hundreds of thousands of people. All of them is clear. They want change.
This is the most situation of our time, that some work consolidation needs to be done, and yet we are within international community where the wind of change for democracy is blowing, and that wind of change is irresistible and not in the peculiar circumstances of countries like everyone joins the bandwagon, but it can if a little more time for consolidation gains the and people can begin to see the end of the tunnel.
The parties were to so party officials fear the government might ban some.
We feel that if there's anyone that government feels or the National Electoral Commission should not contest, they should let them know before they start running the process. We will be disappointed if any one of them has to face a last-minute ban.
The NRC, like the SDP, defended their old breed candidates.
We will compete with the other party on the platform of our own ideology and what we stand for. It will no longer be what they stood for before, but what we now stand in present-day Nigeria. Therefore, they have now been cleaned and renewed, and they can now be part and parcel of the new breed politics.
The problem was that by the time the first primaries were held, nobody believed much cleaning and renewing had taken place. A lot of money had changed hands. Behind orderly scenes, malpractice was to become evident, from bribery to bussing in of voters. The government stepped in, cancelled the polls and rescheduled them for the following month. But things were to be no better in September than in August. Officials found there had been more false voting figures, more bribery and intimidation behind the scenes. In October, the government again cancelled the results. But this time, it sacked the party leaders and the executives and ordered an inquiry into party finances. Babangida announced there will be a new process for electing the president. It looked as if the transition would be extended. In a speech that seemed both sad and angry, he listed examples of fraud. He told Nigerians that he had believed they would show more support for the new political order. He felt they had learned nothing from the past.
All of us were witnesses to the primaries. We saw how it was fought. Money became the order of the day. Anyway, the political system became so expensive that it is going to be very difficult for us to run it without entrenching corruption into the constitution. And I think the president was right in making sure that the primaries were cancelled. The only thing we want to ask ourselves then, why do we go from here?
What had gone wrong and what could now be put right? Some people said old breed politicians should not have been allowed to run.
Before the unbanning, those of us who are new breed, we had a very peaceful, quiet campaign. I'm not saying we are saints, but I'm saying that there are no questions of malpractices in the earlier elections, into the party organs, into the House of Assembly. You know, there are mischief manipulations here and there, but at a level that was considered tolerable. But it was when those on bank joined the race that the new ball game started.